Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video to cover what's happened to me over my first 10 days of my juice fast. Um, so I am doing a juice fast for health reasons. It's because I suffer from a few chronic diseases, and I've seen some good research to show that this is at least going to help, if not completely cure it. So, fingers crossed. I started my fast with a pre-fast 4 days before. The reason for that is to prepare your body. I suffer from some stomach problems, so the last thing I wanted is to be all blocked up. So from 4 days before, I started with a high fibre diet. So this were lots of grains, lots of vegetables, as much fibre as I could get sensibly within that 4 days. I eat a plant-based diet. If you do eat meat, for these 4 days, I'd recommend that you knock that off. I have nothing against people eating meat, but it's not got the fibre that you need. It's not got the things that you need for this pre-fast. So day one, I didn't see much change. I didn't think I would do. I was in a bit of a state when I started. My skin was massively inflamed. And the reason I'm shirtless, it's not to show off because I don't have much to show off anymore. It's just so you can see how my skin is. I'm still quite red at this 10 days, but back at the beginning, I was way worse. So I was like this. I was a bright red. I was in a lot of pain. I was really suffering. There wasn't much change to that in day one. On day one, I had 2 litres of vegetable juice, which I'm making all myself. It was celery, cucumber, some ginger, a few carrots, and some spinach. That's kind of like my go-to. I change up a few different things each time. Add half a lime to it, maybe. I found that makes it a little bit easier to go down. You do get used to it, to drinking the vegetable juice, but that certainly helps. But putting a little bit of fruit in it, maybe add a couple of apples. But yeah, it's all good. The fruit juice that I had that day was I did one that was apples and kiwi, and I had a couple of pre-made ones that I got from the shop. A lot of people don't like that, but at the end of the day, it's fruit juice. And it's cost effective. I can't afford an entire massive of fruit and vegetables every day, so I'm making all my own vegetables. Some of the fruit I'm cheating on, probably about half of it, but I haven't seen any negative effects from that. So going into day two, I woke up as motivated as I did the first day. I felt really good about things. I didn't see much change again in my skin, but I felt like I got a little bit more energy. I did feel like my mood was a little bit higher up until late afternoon into the evening. Then I started to get quite tired and grumpy. But at this point, day 1 and 2, I'd not had much in the way of cravings. My stomach rumbling and that sort of thing. My body was telling me I needed to eat, but I wasn't desperate for it. It was still going well. Day 3, my skin was worse. I expected this because in most of the research that I read, in most of the videos that I've seen online, people are getting a little bit worse before they get a little bit better. And the simplest reason for this is, as your body's not pushing the food through, it's working on the energy that we've got there. So in your body fat, that's where you store a lot of the toxins, and this is what we're using, so we're pushing all that out of the body. So I expected this would happen, and that lasted probably day 3, 4 and 5. Unfortunately, from day 4, I had massive cravings. They started on day 3, but they weren't too bad. Day 4 was horrible. I wanted to eat everything. I had to cook my kids' tea, which, is something that I've got to do. It's part of life. Some people watching this that are thinking about doing juice fast, you might work in Subway or whatever, and it's going to be difficult. These cravings are going to happen. Your body's really going to be telling you that you need some food in you. But my my mood wasn't good either over that time. The cravings wouldn't have helped. My body telling me I needed to eat, but my mental health wasn't at its best for sure. I was snappy with people, just generally grumpy. Didn't want to do anything. Them 3 days weren't great. On this time, again, no digestive problems, we're all good. I've been going to the toilet pretty regular up until day 4. Day 4 was the last time I did a number 2. I'm not going to get into any graphic detail about that, but it pretty much showed my body's working as it should do. The food got through there in the time that it should, and left me with not much left. What I did have, and still do to a little bit of an extent, is I got really bad wind. Kids found it hilarious, but it's it's one of them things. It's a small side effect, but yeah, pretty bad wind. But I didn't feel any bloating or anything. But obviously everything's empty. There's going to be air pushed through, I suppose. I don't know the science behind that. But yeah, that happens. From day 5, I've seen changes every day in my skin conditions. So the urticaria is getting better day by day. The eczema that I have, which is behind my knees, in the inside of my elbows, on my eyes, I don't know if you can see, but I'm still pretty red there, although they're not flaky anymore, which is great. So all this is clearing up. Inflammation that I also have in my knees. I get pretty sore knees while I've been there. If I'm walking around, them problems are. I can see the difference already. I can see the difference. The cravings they started to go away. Day 6, 7. Right now, I don't have much cravings at all. If I smell some food, or if I'm walking past a shop that's got something nice in the window, then obviously it's a temptation. You're like, I want that. But as soon as I walk past, I'm good. I'm fine. It's not been a big deal. The only time it's been a big deal is stress from external factors. So I had a bit of a family issue. I had an argument with my wife, and I was pretty stressed out about it. At that point in time, I was ready to just go and eat something. I was ready to. It had nothing to do. The argument had nothing to do with my skin. It had nothing to do with my fast. But right then, I wanted to go. Right, that's it. I'm eating. But I went to calm myself down, and back to normal. Back to how we are now. Back to everything being good. So those 10 days, they've not been as bad as I thought they'd be. I thought it'd be a lot worse. I'm really happy with how my stomach's been. I'm really happy to see things working with my skin now. My energy levels are up. My mood is up. So yeah, that's fantastic. The only other thing that I'd say is about supplements. So a lot of people, they don't like any supplements if they're doing a fast. They just want the juice. I do use supplements. So the supplements I have alongside my usual medication, because I'm still using the medication that my doctors give me, which I won't suggest anyone didn't. I use vitamin D, which is prescribed, so I suppose it goes in with the rest. I use ZMA, which is a zinc and magnesium supplement, which helps sleep as much as anything else. You can get it for pretty cheap online. Most of the boxes and most of the packets are going to say they're like super muscle building ZMA. It basically helps you sleep and puts your body into a more relaxed state, so recovery happens better. But it's the sleep that I use it for. If you suffer with sleep, then it's a good one. I would say from about day 4, my sleep has got better and better as well. That's a real good effect of this, which I didn't anticipate. My sleep has improved, and that's had a knock-on effect on everything, on my mood, on my not my cravings, but my willpower for sure. That's been great. The one that I'm going to add is reishi mushroom powder. It's been shown to have massive help with inflammation. And as I said, you know, my knees are they're the best they've been for a good while. But I'm going to add that as well. Something that I used before and use now, but I have upped my dosage, is CBD, which is the cannabinoid, which helps in so many different ways. I use it for my mood, I use it for the inflammation, I use it just for overall general health. It's got loads of benefits. Even if you're not thinking of doing a fast and you're not using CBD already, look into it. Don't take my word for it. Do some research. It's an absolute miracle drug. It's medicine, its purest form. It's fantastic. But anyway, by preaching about that, I might do another video on that. But that's been my first 10 days. Everything is looking good. Everything's looking positive. There were them 3 days that my skin got worse and then started to get better. It was a very small breakout. As I said, when it started to come out, it looked like it was going to get pretty vicious, and it didn't. This fast has been, it's been great so far. I'm really, really happy that I've done it. If you're thinking of doing one, best of luck to you. I hope what I've said helps you. You know, there's going to be a lot of other effects that I've not had. A lot of the things that I've found, you might not find. But yeah, I hope you find some of it helpful at least. And I'll do a video for my day 11 to 20. Oh, also, although it's not what I did it for, I've also lost 20 pounds in 10 days. I went from 219 pounds to 199. A lot of that is going to, about a third of that, if the science is right, will be muscle. Somewhere between 30 and 35%. I really don't care if it cures me. Then fantastic. As long as I can still move around, I can go on and correct that afterwards. But yeah, if you are doing it for weight loss, well, £20 in 10 days, cracking that. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Best of luck to you.